What's going on, everybody? Spunky 1991 coming at you another video. Coming at you with my weekly schedule prediction video. We are now in week 7. It's just crazy, man. The schedule, man. This whole season, man, has just been flying by really quickly. Next week will be the halfway point of the season. We have the trade deadline coming up pretty soon. It's just unbelievable just how quickly things are going by this year, man. Just flying by. Week 6 has some very surprising finishes in them, endings to the games and stuff. But that's how the NFL goes, man. Things can be so unpredictable, man. That's what I love about the NFL, man. I love how unpredictable things can be, and it truly was. Definitely some very surprising finishes that I did not see happen. I did not see coming. But that's just the way it is in the NFL, and I'm sure Week 7 is going to be the same way. There's going to be some very surprising, finishes in some of these games as well. So you guys know how I do this. Of course, I go over the schedule for all teams playing, and I save the Eagles matchup for last. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. The first game being the Thursday game is 8:20 p.m. Eastern. You have the Denver Broncos traveling to Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Both of these teams lost their games last week. Denver Broncos have Vance Joseph at head coach. They have Case Keenum at quarterback. They have Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas at wide receiver. Von Miller at linebacker. The Cardinals, I believe Sam Bradford is going to be starting at quarterback for the Cardinals this week. I believe they're starting quarterback. I think Josh Rosen is out. They got Larry Fitzgerald at wide receiver. They have Patrick Peterson at corner. This game's being played in Arizona, but I got the Denver Broncos traveling to Arizona and beating the Arizona Cardinals. Moving on to the Sunday games. The Sunday games, you have a 9:38 a.m. Eastern game here. I believe that this is a London game. You have the Tennessee Titans traveling to, I believe, London to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Titans lost their game last week. Can't remember for sure if the Chargers won or lost their game. Somebody correct me. Let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I have the Titans, of course, have Mike Vrabel at head coach. They have Marcus Mariota at quarterback. The Chargers, of course, are led by Phillip Rivers at quarterback. Mike Williams at wide receiver. I have the Chargers beating the Tennessee Titans. Moving on to the next game. 1 p.m. Eastern game, you have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Jets. Minnesota Vikings were victorious in their game. The Jets were victorious in their game as well last week. The Vikings, of course, are led by Mike Zimmer at head coach, Kirk Cousins at quarterback, Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs at wide receiver. The Jets are led by Sam Darnold at head coach, at quarterback, Sam Darnold at quarterback. This game is being played at MetLife Stadium, and I got the Jets pulling the upset and beating the Minnesota Vikings. The next game, you got the Buffalo Bills traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Buffalo Bills were victorious in their game last week. The Indianapolis Colts lost their game last week. Buffalo Bills have Sean McDermott at head coach. The Colts, of course, have Frank Reich at head coach. Josh Allen is the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. The quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts is Andrew Luck. They have T.Y. Hilton at Grant and wide receiver. The wide receiver for the Bills, they have the wide receiver for the Bills. They, of course, have Kelvin Benjamin. This game is being played in Indianapolis, and I got the Indianapolis Colts beating the Buffalo Bills. The next game, 1 p.m. Eastern game, you got the New England Patriots traveling to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. The Patriots handed the Kansas City Chiefs their first loss of the season. The Chicago Bears lost to the Miami Dolphins last week. The quarterback of the New England Patriots, of course, is Tom Brady. Their head coach is Bill Belichick. They have Hogan, Edelman, and they have Gordon at wide receiver. They have Gronk at tight end. The Chicago Bears have Mr. Trubisky at quarterback. They have Robinson at wide receiver. They have Tyreek. They have Jordan Howard at running back. They have Tyreek Cohen at running back as well. They have Khalil Mack at linebacker. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the upset here. I got the Chicago Bears defending home turf and beating New England Patriots. So yes, I got the Bears pulling the upset and beating the Patriots. I think Khalil Mack. I think the Bears were embarrassed by the Dolphins last week, and I think they're gonna come out very, very pissed off, and I think they're gonna get the job done and win the game. So yes, Bears beat the Patriots. That's my upset for the week. My biggest upset for the week, I guess you would say. Outside the Jets and Vikings, but yeah, I got like I said, I got the Bears beating the Patriots. Moving on to the next game, you got the Chicago Bears traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1 p.m. Eastern game. The Browns traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. I have this game. I'm going to go ahead and pick who I think is going to win this game. I have the Buccaneers beating the Browns. I think the Buccaneers are slightly better than the Browns. I had the Buccaneers winning. Now moving past that game, moving on to the next game, you got the Houston Texans traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The quarterback of the the Texans, of course, is Deshaun Watson. Blake Bortles is the quarterback of the Jaguars. You got Hopkins at wide receiver for the Texans. The head coach of the Texans is Bill O'Brien. Doug Marrone's the head coach of the Jaguars. The Jaguars have Jalen Ramsey at corner. This game is being played in Jacksonville, and I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Houston Texans in an AFC South rivalry game. Now, the last 1 p.m. game, you have the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions traveling to Miami to take on the Miami Dolphins. The Lions, of course, are led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. They have Matt Patricia at head coach. LeGarrette Blount at running back for them. The Dolphins are starting Brock Osweiler for the second straight week. They have Kenny Stills at wide receiver. I got the Detroit Lions traveling to Miami and beating the Miami Dolphins. Now, moving on to the 4 o'clock Eastern games. The first game on the schedule, 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern. You have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Baltimore to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, Sean Payton's the head coach of the Saints. John Harbaugh is the head coach of the Ravens. Drew Brees, quarterback of the Saints. The Ravens, of course, you have Joe Flacco. I got New Orleans Saints traveling to Baltimore and beating the Baltimore Ravens. Next game, 4:25 p.m. Eastern, you have the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Washington to take on the Washington Redskins. The Cowboys blew out the Jacksonville Jaguars last week, which was definitely a big surprise to me. The quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is Jason Garrett. They have Dak Prescott. They have Dak Prescott quarterback. They have Ezekiel Elliott running back. The Redskins are led by Alex Smith at quarterback. Yeah. So this game right here, I got the Redskins beating the Cowboys. This is, of course, a important NFC East rivalry game. I think the Redskins are going to beat the Cowboys. Next game on the schedule, you have the Los Angeles Rams traveling to San Francisco and taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Rams were, of course, victorious. They're the only undefeated. They are the only undefeated team remaining in the NFL right now. The 49ers lost their game to the Green Bay Packers last week, who I believe are on the bye week this week. Yes, they are on the bye week. The Packers are. Yeah. The Rams are the only undefeated team still remaining. The Rams, of course, are led by Jared Goff at quarterback. They have Sean McVay at head coach. They have Todd Gurley at running back. 49ers are led by CJ Beathard at quarterback. They have Pierre Garçon at wide receiver. Richard Sherman at corner. This game is being played in San Francisco, and it's an NFC West rivalry game. I would love to pick the 49ers for the upset, and I would love to pick them for the upset, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the Rams. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Rams remain undefeated after this week. But I would love to see the 49ers pull the upset, and I think it can happen, but we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Rams to win that game. Now, for the Sunday night football game, the Cincinnati Bengals are traveling to Kansas City and taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs for the second straight week are prime time Sunday night football. The Chiefs, of course, took their first loss of the season last week. I believe the Bengals won their game last week. I believe they won their game last week. Let's see. The head coach of the head coach is Marvin Lewis of the Bengals. Andy Reid's the head coach of the Chiefs. Quarterback Andrew Dalton leads the Bengals. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes leads the Chiefs. AJ Green, wide receiver for the Bengals. They have Joe Mixon at running back. The Chiefs, of course, have Tyreek Hill, wide receiver. Travis Kelce at tight end. They have Kareem Hunt at running back. Game being played in Kansas City, and I got the Chiefs beating the Bengals. I think they bounced back from their loss to the Patriots last week. The Monday night football game. The Monday night football game, you have the New York Giants traveling to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. The Giants lost to the Eagles last week. The Falcons, I believe, were victorious in that game last week. Of course, Pat Shermer's the head coach of the New York Giants. You have Dan Quinn, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Quarterback Eli Manning leads the Giants. Quarterback Matt Ryan leads the Falcons. Wide receivers for the New York Giants, of course, you have Odell Beckham and Sterling Shepard. Wide receivers for the Falcons, of course, you have Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu. This game's being played in Atlanta, and I got the Atlanta Falcons beating the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. Now, saving the last game, my Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the Carolina Panthers, 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. My Eagles were victorious in that game last week. They won their game last week against the New York Giants. The Panthers lost their game last week. And I told you guys, man, like, you know, I'm not... The Eagles got to show me something. They really got to show me something before I start picking them again to win. And I'm still going to pick against them. You know, I'm still going to pick against them. Because, yeah, it was great to see them beat up on the Giants. But the Giants are not a very good football team. Let's just be honest right now. Rivera's the head coach of the Panthers. Doug Pease is the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Cam Newton, the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. Carson Wentz, the quarterback of the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles. McCaffrey is the running back for the Panthers. The running back for the Eagles is the running back by committee system that we have. Of course, we have Corey Clement, Wendell Smallwood, Adams, those guys. Wide receivers, of course, the Panthers. This will be Torrey Smith's return to Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, we traded him to the Carolina Panthers last all season. He helped us win the Super Bowl last year. He's returned to Philadelphia since being traded from the Eagles. He's at wide receiver for the Panthers. They have Funches as well, wide receiver. We have at wide receiver, of course, we have Alshon Jeffrey. We have Nelson Aguilar. Of course, we have Matthews. Matthews as well at wide receiver. Like I said, man, Eagles got to show me something more. Yes, beating on the Giants was great. Beating the Giants was great, getting that win. But it's the Giants. I gotta see the Eagles. Got to show me on a consistent basis that they are back on track. I gotta see it. So for right now, I'm gonna pick the Panthers to win this game. Because I'm not 100% convinced by beating the Giants that the Eagles are back on track. I'm hoping that they take that game and build on it like they did last year when they beat the Giants in Week 3. But for right now, I'm going to pick the Carolina Panthers to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping I'm wrong, but we have to wait and see. Well, there it is, guys. There's my schedule prediction video for this week, Week 7. I'll be back with my schedule, but not schedule. My preview for the Carolina Panthers versus Philadelphia Eagles game. I have that video out for you guys either tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, if you guys want to share your schedule prediction in the comment section, of course, go ahead and share it with me. If you're new, of course, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and tell me what you think. As always, go Birds, fly, Eagle, fly. Spunky 1991 is out. Peace.